Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Almost it's about 6:30 p.m. here in UAE. This is Liaquat Ali, founder of Navafiz, and today we have a very special session with reference to job seeker support system. And we have with us Neetu Anzar. Hi Neetu.
Hi, Liaquat. How are you?
Good. Neetu, after a long time, we are managing this session
Yeah,
for
yes.
for the job seekers support. So how's things? Everything on your side?
Yeah, everything is going fine, and I'm happy to be back to start our precious project Uplift, which was successful in last two sessions. So we hope the next sessions will also going good, and we are able to hire more candidates to reach their goals.
Right. Excellent. So I think now we can start sharing our screen,
Yeah.
the presentation. I will be saying the presentation.
Okay.
So we can go according to that slide. So are you able to see my screen right now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, right, good. So, starting with the detail of before we go to the detail of Project Uplift and the support system, just a short understanding from my side for the viewers, so they can get some idea that in today's session, basically we will learn some basic technique of job hunt with the little introduction to Navafiz, a little introduction to Project Uplift, and basically the Project Uplift is a system which is designed for professionals to get hired during this time of 6 weeks roughly. So it is designed like that in 6 weeks there are 90% chances that you will be get hired if everything goes smooth and proper.
Yeah.
So before I move forward, Neetu, would you like to add some words from your side about today's session overview?
Yeah, in Project Uplift, we are designed perfectly like how a candidate can go to his job search with correct guidance and support. And if from the our previous sessions, it is we are sure that the candidates will able to get their job if they follow these rules, these steps, and all. And all the steps are well assigned and prepared by the experts in Navafiz. So I'm sure I'm taking it this positively, and we can go forward.
Excellent. So moving on quickly, I will just go with the short introduction of Navafiz. Navafiz is basically a support system for professionals and entrepreneurs. So on the both hand, those who are searching for candidates, those who are searching for jobs, and those who are trying to set up their business. Navafiz team has different support systems, and Navafiz team is there to support. And if I just go quickly with our services, which it contains recruitment management, manpower supply, career guidance, education and training support, and entrepreneur support system also, which includes digital marketing and website development also.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, would you like to add, Neetu, from your side, any point if I miss anything?
No, no.
Right. Okay. So moving on, in the job seeker support system, actually, there are many steps, there are many things, but just to give a quick kind of understanding, in the basic step is about SWOT analysis and resume improvements. Then we go to LinkedIn optimization and networking, because networking is a very strong role player in the job hunt,
Yeah.
which finally leads to job hunt also, reference building also. Then we have connecting with the recruiters and connecting with jobs also. And finally, the placement of professionals with Navafiz verified job sources.
Yeah.
We will be explaining things in more details in other slides, but just to quickly to give idea about the other factors, and we have many success stories. We have been conducting many events also in different areas, online and offline. Here are some of the snapshots from some of our earlier sessions and uh, things like that. So before we move on to the survey report which was conducted long time back, uh, I would like to hear from you, Nitu. Any points you want to add related to the introduction of Navafiz?
Yeah, the steps that is developed in Navafiz, like 10 steps we are following in Navafiz. Each one is very important for your job search. And for each job search, we need to self analysis of ourselves, and we should know how we can get contact with a recruiter easily and fast. And we should know how we able to promote ourselves to get a job. So Navafi's 10 steps will guide you for reaching those goals, and you can easily follow those with our support. And the Navafis sessions that we have done in many centers, live, online, and also offline, it was very successful. And personally, I have enjoyed those sessions because I was very happy when we get feedback from the candidates, those who have attended it, they have successfully placed. And we were able to connect them directly with the recruiters during the sessions itself. And happy that if there is any opening, we are able to refer those candidates to the recruiters. So it was very good to nice have those sessions. Thank you.
Right. Excellent. And now moving on, I just want to involve the audience with us, the viewers who are watching us live. I would like to ask them that how did you get your previous job? I mean, most probably you have been in many jobs before. So let us know in the comment section. Let us know about your views. How did you get your job? Because we will be having this survey one more time on this YouTube live also. That most probably how people are getting job. As per this chart, there are people who out of 100, there are 13% people who are getting jobs via references and networking.
Mhm.
uh, this reference or networking can be online or offline or on the other ways. Then there are 7% who are getting things by normal Google job search. They go to searching Google search engine, they search and they find the jobs, and then they apply in a proper way, and then they get the result. So in parallel, there is Dubizel, Indeed, and Base.com and Naukri. But overall, because this survey itself was conducted on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is also considered as a valuable source. So there were 12 out of 100 candidates who said that they are getting response or link to LinkedIn. So, and around 7% you can say are through consultant or through recruitment agencies and other sources.
Mhm.
So this was the result of our previous survey. So you can get in a big picture, you can get the idea that how or where people are getting comparatively better results. I would also like to request viewers to share this video with others, so more members can join the session and they can contribute and they can give the ideas, so we can accordingly move further. So once again, moving on, my question with the audience: that how did you get your previous job? Was it through LinkedIn? Was it through some other source, or how it was? Right. Uh, Moving on, there are we can say 10 steps which we call which if we divide into five, we have given a name to them to easy understand. It's called arrow, you can say. The first A of arrow is about attitude, approach, and mindset and focus. So it starts with the attitude and mindset, and if the problem is there in the self-assessment and problem is there in the SWOT, things doesn't move forward in a proper way. So you need to work on always need to work on the improvement of the mindset, focus, and attitude.
Yeah.
What's your take on this, Neetu, about the attitude and self-assessment factors?
Attitude is very important in the job search because we always keep we should always look forward for in a positive attitude, because the try if we try for something it won't be successful at the first try itself. So keeping we should keep a positive attitude, and we should prepare ourselves to move forward. For that it's important to have we have a strong mindset and focus to reach the goal. So attitude is very important.
Right. So after this, we have the second R. The arrow R is stands for a resume, or you can say history of your skill and experience. So basically, resume is the test of your presentation skill. That how do you express yourself on 2 pages and grab the attention of the of within few seconds.
Yes.
So overall, I used to say this resume is all about the time and space management, that you have to manage the time of reader and grab his attention within few seconds and bring him to the relevant points as early as possible and stay as to more relevant as soon as possible. So we used to say that you have been in education for 14 or 16 years, or in the period of school and college and then university, and then later on you might have experience also in the field, either 10 years or more, or something like that. But all this to your 20 plus years knowledge and skills and talent, you have to show on 2 pages,
Yeah.
and that 2 pages, the reader has to get the idea within very short time. So what's your take on about what's your thought, Neetu, about this?
The resume mainly speak about ourselves on our behalf. So it should be we should give them a first it's a first impression of a candidate. So first impression should be the best. So the resume should be well prepared, and the candidates need to be for preparing. If you have a more than 10 years experience and 14 years education like that you said, the candidate should have a good knowledge about the how he should keep the resume in 2 pages. He have to work more, because only the resume will take nearly 6 to 8 seconds like that to for a recruiter to read, and in that seconds you have to impress them. So it should be well prepared and presented well for for the job.
Right. So before we move further, I think we can check some of the points if there is anything from audience.
Okay.
Uh, First, we have some Mr. Summer. It's difficult to pronounce for me. can, can you read? Hi, she's saying good evening. Good evening, dear. Good evening. Uh, he has replied yes to something, but I don't know exactly what was the point. So if you can just explain in detail what was your point. And moreover, also I would like to know that what is your job, what is your profession, and plus how did you got your last job? Right. Then we have Mr. Umar Farooq, and he has just mentioned some name, Samira Rahil, but
Yeah.
I don't know the purpose of this name. So Umar Farooq, if you can explain the things in more detail, it would be great. If you can mention what is your profession, what is your job role, and plus how did you get your last job. Then we have inspiring accountants. He's saying through reference. I mean the job which he got was through reference. But I would like to know a bit more detail that how that reference was built. Because normally we just say it was through reference, but how did you get it? Was it your relative or you joined any networking event and you met it there? Was it a social gathering kind of situation? How did you build that reference? Did you supported him in some way, or you found this reference because you are socially active by yourself, or how things move on? So if you can give the a bit more depth detail, it will be more easy to understand. Then we have Mr. Ghulam Jilani. Ghulam Jilani says recruiters contacted after seeing my resume on job portal. That's good, Ghulam Jilani. And it would be also if you can mention the name of that job portal, which was actually supportive for you. That will be helpful for our viewers also, that so that they can refer to that job portal from the reputation building. So because the point is you should at least register on top 10 job portals and to get the reasonable response. Then we have Mr. Kamar Malik. Great job, Team Navafiz. Thank you, Kamar, from Facebook. Then we have question was am I audible? So, Mr. Pitkar, actually, you are writing message on the YouTube comment section. So you need to type your question in proper way because your voice is not coming in the live session. Then we have Mr. Murad Baloch from Facebook. Great platform for job seekers. Thank you, Murad Baloch. Nitu, with reference to these different comments from the audience, would you like to add anything, or shall we move further?
Yeah, we can move further.
Right. So I will be sharing my screen further, and then after that we will coming back to the audience questions, and I will just repeat audience to mention their name, their current city, their job position, and how did they get their last job? Was it through job portal? Which job portal was that? If it was through reference, how this they build that reference? So I would like to hear that kind of inputs from job seekers.
Yeah.
So it will help the others to know. So are you able to see my screen right now?
No,
It's not yet shared.
no, not yet.
Just
Yeah.
right. So is it right? Oh, is it proper now?
Yes.
Okay. So after the resume, any guess from the viewers? The first A was about attitude. The second R was for resume. And what do you think? What is the second R for? So just before I move, you can guess, and what you can type in the comments. What is your idea? Anyway, uh, before we go to that next R, I have some more questions to get more involvement from the audience and viewers. That how much time a recruiter spend on CV shortlisting phase one. Phase one mean if he has posted one job with the given proper job description and other details, and there are multiple CVs received, the in the first phase for quick shortlisting to bring them to phase two, roughly how much time a recruiter spends? Because you know there's a lot of pressure of work. Suppose if by the end of the day he has to shortlist 10 candidates out of the 1,000 received resume, how quickly and how intelligently he can move forward with the resume. So what's your idea? How much time basically is the point? Then my second question from the audience is, what is the most common mistake in the resume? Right. So from my understanding, before I ask Neetu her idea, as per my understanding and my experience, the most common mistake in the resume is basically it when we see the resume, it in the first glance or in the first few seconds, it is difficult to find this resume is basically applied for which position or what is the target position. So then there are so many mistakes, but as per my experience, this is the top one. How is your experience, Neetu, about the mistake, or when you do the shortlisting process, what kind of difficulties you face?
The first one I found in most mistakes that candidates are doing is they will write like too much text will be there. They will write like an essay. The so the important points will be missed. We are not able to catch the points in a short time. And the second one is decorating the resumes. Some may be decorating the resumes with too many fancy fonts and tables, too many tables, too many icons will be added in the resume, and it will not look professional. And the main mistakes I have seen is that they don't have a professional email ID. Email address will be like their pet name, or some fancy
Uh-huh.
names will be there. I have seen so many resumes like that. They will be applying for some good jobs, some high senior jobs, and their resumes name will be like some fancy names. So I also find those mistakes in the resume. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's basically funny side. Some they call it Prince and Rock, and the names which we used to have in during the college time when they make
yeah,
their email address. They are using same address in a professional way also.
yeah. Keeping a professional name for your email address is very important, and in the resume is very important. For other, that's what I have seen the common mistakes in the resume.
Yeah, yeah, right. There are so many, but
Yeah,
as we said, we were just looking for the most common or most things. And in parallel, in addition to most common mistake, I would like to ask viewers also that what was the last correction in your CV which you have done? I mean, if you have recently updated your CV in, for suppose, let's say last 1 month or last 2 months, what was the correction which you made in your CV? What was wrong? Was it about the dates of the companies? What was it about some contact number? Because we have also seen some candidates, they came here in UAE on visit visa. After 1 month, they realized that the contact number which they are showing on CV is wrong, or address they are showing on CV is wrong. We have also experienced that some candidate, they are not updating their current location on the CV. So
yeah.
so so there are things like that.
Yeah, and one more thing is like the WhatsApp number. Mostly, some recruiters will send a message through contacting the candidates through WhatsApp. So it's important to change your WhatsApp number when you come to a country. It is important to change your WhatsApp number to the current number, so it will be more good. Or else you have to mention that in the resume.
Yeah, yeah. And then the third important issue which I want to highlight, even I want to involve the audience as I repeated multiple times. Most common mistake while applying for the job. Normally, what the job seekers do, they just see a job and they just see the email address and then simply they apply.
Yeah.
So from my understanding, most common mistake is they are not comparing or they are not matching their resume properly with the required job description or adjusting it properly. And plus, when they are sending the email subject and email content is also not properly to the point.
Yes.
So there are so many, but these are some of the top repeated mistake which mostly 70% job seeker are doing this mistake. So,
Yes.
so what is your experience, Neetu, about this?
The applying for job, the candidates will blindly apply. Even if we are, even in my experience, if I am seeking for an electricians, I will get IT service, IT administration, or for caregivers, or any other opening, HR administration, or IT software engineer. If I will be looking for an electrician. I'll be getting this bunch of resumes. So the candidates are wasting their time and recruiters time just by applying for wrong jobs. So when you apply for job, you should read the, it's important to read the job description and send the job. And it's very good to update your resume or modify your resume as per the job description and send the resume. It will be good that you'll be you may be selected, your resume will be selected in short time.
Right, right. So I think as I asked, what is the second R? So second R is for the recruitment agencies or recruiters or third party agencies. You should not agencies and you should consult through them. As recently, somebody in the YouTube comments commented that he got job through a recruitment agency, uh, because and the agency found his CV on one of the job portal.
Yeah.
So although he has not yet specified most probably the name of job portal, we will see if he get back with the answer. But this is one of the thing which is not required to be ignored. Then O is for organizations or target companies, because ultimately you are looking for a job in some company and that company is looking for you, you are looking for that company, and in between there are some role players as a recruitment agencies or as an HR. So ultimately you have to work with that company. So if you have a list of the companies properly, you can target the companies, because most of the time companies advertise their job requirement directly also, and the company itself, HR department or recruitment department, uh, goes through all the process. uh, right. What's your points, Neetu, related to this recruitment agencies and target companies?
A job searching candidate should always keep staggered companies, should know what are the companies he can target in that current location that he is just searching for, and should know the recruitment agency. It will be good, very they can google it and they can find it. It's very easy to find what are the list, and it is important to keep that updating that list.
Right, right. So moving on, I have some more questions uh, from the viewers, that you need. Can you name some of the famous recruitment companies? Do you know any recruitment company which actually work for you, or just as an idea, uh, UAE recruitment companies names, and if you recommend any company, or if you have complain against any company, or suppose you had any bad experience, you can also share. So that will help the other job seekers, so they will not face that kind of problem. And my second question is how you can find people, how you can find the people find the people working in a specific company. Suppose just for an example, if you are looking for the people who are working with the NPCC, how you will find that? What is the source, or what are the ideas comes in your mind? So before I go to the answer, I would like to hear feedback from the viewers. So we will comment accordingly on that. And for those who has recently joined us, I would just repeat my question, that how you can find the relevant company relevant to your field. Uh, if you are a mechanical engineer, if you are into oil and gas field, how you will see that which are the companies which are relevant to you. I leave this question also to the audience. After getting the audience feedback, I will go to Neetu to get the expert opinion. So if we summarize the arrow, or if we go with the W of the arrow, it is about website to register, or online job portals, you can say, which is like Naukri.com, Bait, Indeed is the number one nowadays, because it is like a combination of multiple search engines. The result which appears on Indeed is from coming from different sources. And then now recently Google has also updated its search engine, and it gives you the compiled result from multiple websites. So this was the arrow, or first half of the basic steps. So I hope all the readers, they are ready with their arrow to hit the target in the right way. And then if the arrow is not working, we will go to the latest technology, and we will be using the laser. So before we move to laser, Neetu, what's your how do you summarize the arrow? Or you think the arrow is how arrow should be targeted?
I felt that it's a good approach to make an arrow for your job search. All the points will be covered, and you can focus yourself. How you can improve yourself by applying arrow to the your as a tool.
Yeah, yeah. So before we move forward, I think we can check if we have any new comments from the viewers, and
Yeah,
I
sure.
can see there are so many. I can see there are so many. So last comment we did was from Murad Baloch.
Mhm.
And then we have Mr. Uh, he's saying, dear sir, you asked why the yes was commented, and it was a reply to your question. Am I audible? Okay. I think maybe in between I was with the Neetu, and then the points came. This is about the voice clarity. Then Ghulam Rahman.
Good.
Sorry, Gul Rahman Orekzai says, excellent, appreciate your efforts and the motivation that you are doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have Mr. Murad saying resource.
That's
Uh,
for the arrow. You asked for the second R. What is the?
yeah. Good try, good try,
Yeah.
good try. Then it's from Mr. Ghulam Jilani. Rig Zone Jobs, Gulf Jobs, both portal help in getting a job opportunity. Good.
Yeah, he's the one who said that he got the job through the recruitment portal.
Right. Then we have comment from Gul Rahman. The thing is to get job here in UAE. First, the resume should be professional, but the most important is how will attend the interview, and the needs experience and abilities to get the job. Yes, correct. Correct. Then we have comment from Mr. Tahir Munir. Good afternoon, sir and madam. Good afternoon. Then additional comment from Gulratan. Important part in your resume is that you have to mention your experience and qualification. This is how you will get reply from recruiter, agencies or companies. Good. That's very valid point. Mr. Tahir says, dear sir, madam, I have a question. When there is a job opening, we don't meet all the requirements. In your point of view, we should what should be the best matching percentage for the job responsibility? Before I go to Neetu to get a response from Neetu, my thoughts on this is basically varies from job to job and criteria to criteria. In some cases, the criteria is flexible. Like for example, if the issue is with the some kind of certification and you have equivalent certification available, you can mention in your CV that your uh, certification or the thing are matching or equivalent to this one. Or and also if your experience is a little bit relevant, you can specify that the type of the things which are matching, you can highlight or focus on that. There are sites or portals or ATS system which gives the percentage of CV on matching with the exact criteria. So you need to see or you need to focus on the words basically, because the system which shows percentage, what percentage CV is matching, that is basically in the backend has some keywords focused on. So those keywords you need to tailor your resume accordingly to get the better percentage according to the matching criteria. What's your point of view, Neetu, on this? When there is a job description and the requirement is there and the CV is not matching 100%, and of course no CV will be matching 100%. Most of the CVs will go to 50% or somehow somewhat like that. And then if you tailor your resume, you edit your resume and you adjust the your resume keywords properly, and you try again and apply for the same job, or you see if your CV is matching with reference to that, you will be getting a bit higher ranking. And there are some sites also which you can use to your as your support to get more matching. Like for example, on the Tag Crowd, there is a website called Tag Crowd. You can upload the job description, and you can check what are the keywords, and you can upload your CV, and then you can see the job description and other details. What's your point of view, Neetu, on this?
On this, to get a best matching percentage, you update your resume as per the job profile, that highlighting your skills that is matching with the job description if you have. And before applying for any job, it would be great if you have updated yourself with the latest technology that in your platform for which you are applying. And as per Liaquat said, it's good to get a training, or there are free certifications are there in many portals. You will get trainings in many portals. It's good to update yourself and highlight that in your resume. It's the one thing. It's the second thing. And the third thing is matching your resume with the scanning your resume and the job description of the company, that given by the company. In for example, JobScan is a website. You can do the free checking, the word searching, how much percent you will able to know how much percentage is your resume and the job description is matching. So you can update your resume as such also.
Right, excellent. Now moving on to next question. We have so many questions in the queue. I don't know we will be able to complete our presentation on time, or we will have to do part one, part two. Uh, from Murad Baloch saying, what about reference? most of the organization require. Uh, Normally the company itself is not asking about the reference. It is like just to cross verify that your experience. Normally some of the HR, they just cross verify that the experience which you are mentioning is a proper, or your resume is real or fake or something like that. So you just need to mention the references based on your previous companies and people who have been working with you, and especially before putting them their name as a reference, you need to contact them, you need to inform them. And even after, if some time has passed, like 3 months ago you contacted them or you asked them and you put the reference, and now you are sending your CV again, you need to verify one more time. Because what happens with the time gaps, and when the things move on and the busy life, people start forgetting the things. So always keep the things updated and fresh. Nowadays mobile, even everybody has a mobile, and mobile software now they are you might have seen every 2 or 3 months the software is updating itself. So you also need to update yourself by that. With this question from Murad Baloch, what's your take on Nitu on this? That references to be mentioned on CV, or when company is asking about reference, what is the logic behind that, or how we should react to that?
Yeah, it's always to keep a reference. It is good. And I have seen some big companies, big MNCs, they have some employee referral programs. So it's always good to get connected with the organization you want, with an employee that working in the organization that you want to work with. So it will be good if there is any job opening, you can contact that candidate, and this employee referral will work in that case. So it's always
Right,
good.
right, right. Uh, some addition from Tahir Munir is to get companies matching with our job is to search on the Google and make a list of all companies who is having job opening matching to your field. Right? Correct. Murad Baloch is saying, I think most important point we are missing. I think
Messing.
missing communication for job hunting. Yeah, communication is the key factor, or the top skill. We used to say there are long list of skills which one should have, but king of all skill is the communication skill. They say uh, because even if you are a salesperson, you are a teacher, you are a what doctor, whatever kind of profession you have, you need a communication. And they say the reason we are human, the difference between human and animal is the communication. Right, we have something to communicate, we have something to transfer the knowledge. But although animals have also their own communication ways of communication, but the big difference, or the techniques which they are using are, like you can say, very basic kind of. What's your thought on communication, Nitu?
Yeah, it's always to keep a communication with everyone. Uh, uh, for your, it will help your job hunt, because they can refer because one thing must be a hello can help, can change your situation now. So it's very good to have a communication with all the people around you.
Right, right. And the way you communicate with the recruiters, or with the person you are trying to build a relation,
Yeah.
has a very important role. So you need to choose your words, you need to choose your way of communication very carefully.
Yes.
And especially if it is the first time, uh, mostly what I have seen, job seekers are just sending a
Right.
plain kind of a message to recruiter, or they are just simply directly asking about the job, and sending their cover letter kind of thing,
Yeah.
which is basically a start of a boring discussion, you can say. So you need to see what the other person, you need to focus on the requirement of the other person. You need to study a little bit, and then you need to, during the first message, the more focus should be on the other person and less on your needs. And then gradually, when rapport is building, when you have the harmony between your understanding, then you can go on further. The first message to the recruiter is basically very important. I would like Neetu to add a few more words also about this first message.
Yeah, it's always introduce you, send a message to the recruiter by introducing yourself. Simply don't. I have seen many candidates are just sending hi, hello for a long conversation, not much. So it is very good to greet them and give a good introduction to the about yourself and take it forward. And you can, if it is in LinkedIn, if you can check their post, you can comment on their post. It's like promoting them also for them, and you can send a message. So it will be a good approach.
Right, right. Now we have a very big question from Hamida Bibi. He's
Mm.
saying, what is the situation of job availability after COVID, and how long would it take to become normal? Uh, the exact answer to this question, I would say nobody knows. But overall, when this situation started, everybody was in the phase of fear, right? Then later on, gradually, the people became knowledgeable, they became understandable, and now we are into the phase that we are into an understanding that we have to live with it. So
Yes.
world is now, although situation is there, but things are getting to not to normal. We are like we have to live with it kind of situation is there. But overall job market is improving gradually, and it is, if I just compare to last 6 months, it is now, the graph is improving. There are many jobs coming in the market, and even with the Navafiz also we have many jobs available with the verified source. And even I requested our recruitment team member, Mr. Babar, to come online and give us the detail of available jobs, so our audience can know what are the jobs available. But due to busy schedule, he's not available today. So I would just request viewers to just have a look in the verified job section of Navafiz website. So you will see that there are many jobs available, and they can have a look and apply on that. Right. So now moving on to the decline of salary. Yeah, this is a side effect. I would say uh, we have to adopt ourselves according to the situation.
Yes.
So
To that point,
sharing back.
I want to say that currently the recruitment is there, and but it's on a slow process. I can say the
Yeah,
recruitment selecting,
yeah,
but there is the more opportunities are coming. We can say that.
yeah. But if I see our side, or sitting on this side of table, it is hard to find suitable candidates,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You have
Yeah.
been also through shortlisting process, and you have been facing the issues like that also. So moving on, I would like to, those who have joined the session newly, I would like to know their input also, that how did they get their previous job. After the arrow, our next point is laser. I will go quickly on that because we are almost reaching 1 hour of the session. So laser L is for LinkedIn, LinkedIn plus Facebook plus social media. Nowadays, Facebook is also a bit active in top groups. But in terms of professional forum, LinkedIn is the still there.
Yes.
Then A is for the advertisement, your job search card, your job search flyer. Basically, you need to get the attention. CV, somebody will read your CV if he gets the attention. So there are some other techniques to more than a CV. You can go with the advertisement in terms of video CV also, in terms of flyers also. There are different ways. So advertisement basically will support you in the job hunt. They say in Urdu they say जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, right? So you see the advertisement of everything on TV because they have that forum available, or they are spending this much budget on advertisement. But as a job seeker or as a package of skill and talent, you have to sell yourself. They say every person, whatever is his profession, is basically a salesman. If you are a teacher, you are selling knowledge. Uh, if you are an engineer, you are selling your skills. So in one or other way, every person is a salesman. Then going to S of the laser is basically special people in your life. Everyone has special people in his life, with family, friends, and the social community circle which we develop based on our professional affiliations, our schools and colleges, our teachers, and friends and colleagues in our previous companies. So these special people or these social circle, we need to turn into convert into reference. We need to have a proper network bonding with them, and we need to keep them activated all the time. So they say your network is your net worth.
Yes.
So you need to focus on that point. That's why I used to say that the laser is more sharp than the arrow. Arrow was the basic technique. Everything was there in as a basic, but laser is more sharp, and it works mainly mostly for those who have a kind of, you can say, higher level of career. Then E is to extend hand and help others and collect prayers, because things are not doesn't work in a simple way or doesn't work alone. You need the energy, you need the positive energy, you need the spiritual energy in your life to move forward, and that energy comes from the people around you. It comes from your mother, it comes from the prayers of your mother and father and family, and even the animals around you also pray for you. So you need to collect prayers also when you are on the journey of your life and career, and whatever role you are playing. But you need to focus on collecting the energy, the positive energy. And the last R is about the reviewing the progress. If you have applied everything, you need to review the process. You need to see what mistake you have done, what are the points you have missed, and you need to consult with some other person or friend or any expert who will see your whole journey of job hunt, and he will see where you are making a mistake. So this was the quick intro. There are so many long details, but due to time shortage, we are having very short intro of the things. Nitu, your point quickly on this laser, and then we will move to Project Uplift detail. Neetu, is it okay? Signals are okay? Some technical issues from the I think we have some technical issues on the connection side. So I will be moving on, and I will be sharing some of the details about Project Uplift. Project Uplift is basically uh, a support system specially designed for job seekers to get the job in within the 6 month time. So the points here, which are basically Project Uplift has main 4 round. First is the assessment round. Then we have networking or warm up round to polish things and to improve things and to make things more properly. Then we have personal branding round, and then meeting with professionals and recruiters face to face or online nowadays due to the situations. And then we work on the innovation in the strategy. Overall, we try to adopt different ways of communication, and we try to see the things in different way. Then we have in the assessment round, first your resume will be reviewed, your resume will be assessed, that what are the points which are missing. Then we will optimize your LinkedIn profile, we will have an assessment, and accordingly we will discuss in detail with you. Then we have Navafiz profile, online profile assessment, and then just to link with the confidence level assessment, we request to prepare a short video CV. We will guide about this also, how the CV system is working. Then we have some premium services available with Navafiz, and for detail you can contact on in the description of the video. You can or comment to get the contact numbers, and relevant person in our team will be contacting you. There are different services, like if somebody is having difficulty in resume, or somebody is having difficulty in the enhancement of LinkedIn profile, and even in the job placement also, with the we have verified resources, and we will be supporting candidates in the job placement according to the job availability and according to the clearing in the capacity and capability of the candidate. So before we go to the end of the session, I would like to ask viewers that after this session, is there anything which you learn something new, or which you think you need to focus, or any suggestions or comments for our next upcoming session which you would like to hear or see, and then accordingly we can improve the things and we can go forward. These are some of our contact numbers. You can contact our team via website or via given number, and if you have any question, you can you feel free to ask. Hi Nitu, sorry, I think we missed the connection in between.
Yeah, I have some network problem.
I would be just sharing screen one more time. Before that, I would just like to have a question, the question from the audience. Some of the questions what are related to employment turnover from Hamida Bibi. Yes, that question is somewhat,
You have
and
covered.
then yeah, this was during the network problem issues. We
Yeah.
just highlighted. Uh, right. So let me share the screen one more time. So I think you can. I have already gone explained the things in my words about the project Uplift, but I would just like you to go through short introduction and then other details. Over to you, Nito.
Yeah, Project Uplift we have designed to in a three four steps, in totally four steps to guide the candidates to reach its goal. And in this each rounds we will be in assessment rounds will be there. In that you will be getting your resume assigned, your way of communication is assigned, like that things will be done there. And also in the next step your LinkedIn profile, then your Navafiz profile, everything will be we will be checking and giving you the feedback in the first stage of this project Uplift. The second will be like you'll be like promoting to all the recruiters your resume, your LinkedIn profile, your flyers, videos, everyone will be prepared, everything will be prepared, and we will be guiding you how you can promote and how you can contact the recruiters to get more exposure. And we will be also implementing our Navafiz developed 21 points in your resume to get a good idea, to make it good and presented well. And I think these in the final step in the final in project Uplift, specific strategy will be applied, and you will be guided how you can approach your maximum level to the recruiters and get a job.
Right. In the end, if you would like to say, for example, if any candidate is interested in Project Uplift, if you can highlight how they can contact and how they can proceed.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, if there is any candidate and who is interested in to join the Project Uplift, and if he understands or if he has any question, how he can contact or any he can contact our team, and then we will be explaining the things with more detail on a personal level or on one-to-one basis, and then things will be moving on, and hopefully after that one-to-one guidance or detailed personalized understanding of each other, uh, things will improve and the candidate will get the required result.
Yes.
So before we end up the session, for any final words from your side, Nitu?
Yeah, it was you, and we had a great time. And I think most of the people that approached us have got their answers. And if you need any support to for your job search, for developing your resumes, for LinkedIn optimization, or promoting yourself, you can contact us. And we are here. The details for contacting us will be in YouTube, or you can just visit our website, navafiz.com. And it was great talking with you, and you have shared so many points related to our how a candidate can improve his job search, and what are the ways, and how Navafiz is supporting. And it was very good that having a great session after a long.
Right. We Ritu, we have some questions, but I think maybe due to time shortage, I will just read the question, and maybe we can cover these questions in the next session, or the candidate can contact us by our numbers given in private, so we can explain in more detail. But I would just like to give 1 or 2 minutes to short answer. Tahir Munir is saying, kindly advise how can we improve our LinkedIn profile to be highlighted on professional platform. So, as I said, the topic of LinkedIn is a huge topic, but in a short points, basically the LinkedIn point, the profile should be almost equivalent to your CV. The points which are there in your CV should be covered in your LinkedIn profile. But LinkedIn profile doesn't only work like a CV; it's a digital footprint, and there are more sides of it. So we need to have a separate session on this in terms of explaining all thing in detail. Uh, so from my short understanding, I would just be saying these points for the time being. Nitu, would you like to add something reference to LinkedIn in short words, because detail is not possible right at the moment.
Yeah, if improving your in LinkedIn, you can post contents related to your job, and you can improve like commenting or sharing more things that professionally in through the LinkedIn platform. It will make
Yeah,
and connect more people. It's very important.
yeah, correct. This was in a short way, but in full detail we will be coming up in the upcoming sessions. So we have thanks from Hamita Bibi, thanks for, and we have thanks from Tahir Munir, and we have another thanks from Sania also. So thank you everyone. It was really a great session. I really enjoyed it. So I would like to say goodbye to everyone, and have a great day, and best wishes and good luck for your professional life. By this, I will be ending is this session. So take care and bye bye.